And we're on. No countdown today because it's been a bit problematic.
We've already gone past the countdown, to be fair.
Well, we saw it and it was one of the best countdowns we've done, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, it was amazing, wasn't it?
Well, maybe not that good. It was all right.
It was the typical countdown.
Yep. Now, I don't know if anyone's watching. If you are, pipe up. Oh, we have. My God,
Wow.
they're all in. Davey Robertson, fingers crossed it works today. Well, it didn't a minute ago, but it is now. Roy Hat, afternoon, Joanne and crew, and Davey Roberts today. Good old typo. You may notice that Samar's missing again.
Yes.
She's ill. She's not very well. She's had a bug for about a week now. So she's been replaced with a substitute, Sabar.
A very quiet
substitute. You're going to be watching this from home, Sabar. We're missing you.
Yeah.
And obviously the crew here are going to be missing you as well. So your little friend here is standing in. I don't know what you're doing. So it's been a hectic
Sabar
week,
will know.
hasn't it?
It's been a very hectic week. We've had loads to do.
And we've done some of it. Yeah.
And yeah, we've done a little bit.
So what are we going to talk about today?
I think, first of all, people might like to know about our new studio. How we're going on that one.
We have found somewhere.
Finally.
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 It's not what we wanted. We wanted somewhere big enough to move the entire print farm and the office and all the rest of it. But options around here are very, very limited because we are in the middle of the countryside.
And expensive.
And very expensive. So we've settled on some office space that we're going to turn into a studio for the weekends. So Monday to Friday we'll work here, manufacturing stuff, dispatching things all around the world as we usually do. And at the weekend we can concentrate on doing videos, live streams, podcasts and all the other good stuff we've got planned.
And means you won't have to pull your hair out and your beard out trying to connect all the cables and get everything working.
It's a nightmare.
But the best thing is the internet. Fingers crossed.
It's not set up yet.
Fingers crossed.
We're in the middle of signing contracts and all that sort of stuff. Once we're in, we can then arrange for broadband to go, and we've already spoken to a company that's going to do that for us. Time frame, probably looking at a couple of weeks. Hopefully we're going to get the keys shortly, but we then need to move everything over and create something while still doing what we do on a daily basis. But it should be good. Who wants to see some pictures? Should we show them?
Yeah, hands up if you want to see some pictures.
Yeah, I can't see any hands out there. I'm looking. No, right. So we took 2 pictures while we're in there because people are curious. So this is from one end of the room to the other, so it's quite a big space. And the other exciting picture is looking the other way, which is that one. Yeah. My God, that's amazing. So that's what we've got coming. We then need to turn that into a studio. A studio we can have permanently in place, so we're not tripping over wires and collapsing everything before we do a show.
Putting cameras away and everything else.
Tripping over and tripping over and tripping over.
Yeah.
What's for you, Zin? How do? What's for you?
Hi.
She's sending you some money. She's always sending people money. Dragon missed a start. We did as well, which is about par for the norm for us.
It's normal. We shouldn't say 5 o'clock. We should say 5 past.
We sit here and we check the YouTube stream settings with YouTube open and with our Atom Mini, and we go through the codes and which server we're using. We hit start and it refuses to connect. We then go back into YouTube, reset it, enter the new things, and it works. He did this last week and he did it to us again this week, so we're going to have to do some more testing. But yeah, we have a studio. So Monday to Friday in here doing posting, manufacturing, pick and packing, using barcode scanners and things like that.
His latest beep beep gun, he calls it.
It's my beep beep gun, but Subar absolutely adores playing with it.
Can I just say, I've just heard the rain hitting.
Yeah, it's hoofing down.
It might interfere with our internet and power.
Quite possibly because the Starlink is sat on top of the white van at the moment. One of the other things we're going to be doing when we get into the studio is weekly podcasts. To be honest, we've been inspired by E-stim's range of podcasts, both the E-stim Systems podcasts and the ones that Wayne, the owner, does about business development and his story, basically. So we decided we're going to start doing something as well. And we started amassing equipment for it, look at that. We've got 3 of them bad boys in different colours, so we all know whose is whose.
So we're all colour-coded, in other words.
Yeah.
And funnily enough,
you're pink, you're blue.
I'm colour-coded.
You are colour-coded.
So that's mine.
We all have different coloured microphones, because I'm sure that is going to be noticed on a podcast.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, it will do, because we're going to be filming it as well.
Yeah, we will, because there's nothing more boring than just listening to a podcast, especially on YouTube. Dragon says, are you using OBS for the live streams? If so, could possibly help you set up better. No, we're going straight into an Atom Mini Extreme, and that's broadcasting stuff.
Yeah.
The countdown that you see at the start of the stream, that is done through OBS. We just feed that from the computer into the Atom, and that does everything for us. But it's something to do with the way it's connecting to YouTube. I need to do a little more investigation. Once it's up, touch wood, it seems to be all right. But we'll continue messing about. But when we get to the new place, we should have a lot more stable internet.
Yeah.
And a better studio.
And you won't have to put the Starlink on the roof of the
No, I won't, to balance things on the roof. Yeah. What's for you said the studio's looking great. How long before it's full of stock? Well, funnily enough, we're going to take a couple of printers up there.
Yeah.
Because we can't bear to be away from printers. I don't know if you can hear them, they're running in the background. But the weekends are going to be spent designing things, assembling things, and doing photos, videos for reviews, live streams, podcasts, that sort of thing. And then Monday to Friday in here doing the basics things about getting electrodes for you lot out the door.
That's it. Because the postie collects from here, not from there.
Yeah, we actually get the postie collect at about 4 o'clock, 4:30 every day now. So we just put it all into Royal Mail sacks, and he comes in no matter the weather, and poor lad gets drowned half the time.
In other words, if you're thinking about placing an order, or you're going to place an order, if you do it before 4 o'clock...
No, go for before 4:30, because we need to actually manifest everything at 4. So, 3:30, sorry.
I was just about to say...
Yeah, not 4:30, that would be bad. So if you can get an order in before 3:30, there's a good chance it's going to go out that day.
Yeah.
Unless it's a special order or anything like that.
Yeah.
Studio looks great, Dragon. That's some expensive kit. Yeah, the Rode mics are very good. I tend to keep my head close to the ground on receiver auctions, so... The Atom Mini was bought on a receiver auction, and basically half the price of what we would have paid if we bought new.
A bit like your Bippy gun.
Those, we got 2 brand new ones for the girls, and I've got a second-hand one, which I managed to pick up off eBay.
Yeah, well, yours is a much more expensive one.
Mine's the more expensive one, the NG1A. But again, we got that second-hand. You know, we try and cut costs where we can, because we don't make a lot of money doing this. It's a niche market. And we don't charge as much as we probably could charge for things, and we like that. We like providing a service
at
a reasonable rate. You know, there's lots of companies charge OTT. There's lots of companies charge, you know, what they have to charge, and that's what we do.
Yeah.
We've got overheads. So what are we doing? We're developing new stuff all the time.
All the time.
In fact, let me just consult.
What are you looking for?
That.
I was just about to say, I want to talk about Jet Set Willie.
Jet Set Willie.
Jet Set Willie.
Yeah.
That's these guys.
That's these guys. Now, we have got them being made in 2 separate factories. One of them are impressing us with their speed and all the rest of it, and the other ones are not impressing us at all. So I think we may have made our mind up which one we're going with, but we'll delay that until we've actually got them in hand. We've got 2 of each size coming in 316 stainless steel. We've got a bead blasting cabinet now, so we can improve the surface quality of them. Once we're happy, we will then go into full production on them.
You're dying to play with that cabinet,
yeah.
aren't you?
I'm dying to complete the project we've been doing with What's For You.
Yeah.
That is going to be quite something when it comes out. And again, we're having the glands cap made in 316L stainless steel. And that's going to be a game changer. But, you know, credit to What's For You. It was their idea.
Oh, yeah.
All their idea.
Amazing idea.
We've just provided some of the manufacturing capability, 3D printing and that sort of stuff. So, hat off. Salute. I doff my cap to you.
Thank you for sharing it.
Yeah, thanks for sharing it. And
obviously, use it.
What's For You is going to get a sample of everything we get, because, you know, they opt us out, we let them out.
Yeah.
As well as getting samples made of each size, we've had some nylon sizes made. So, have I got my glasses on? Those. Now, those have the size on them, and we think it's important that you be able to make the right call when you push the button and order something. It's in stainless steel, because that's quite expensive material. So these things are going to go out really cheap, basically at cost. And if you then decide to go on and buy a stainless steel one, we'll give you a discount.
Yep.
So as long as we make our money, or cover our costs manufacturing them, it means A, you'll save money, and the most important thing is you get the right size.
I was just about to say, you'll get the size that fits you.
Which is the most important thing. Oh God, chat! Stop chatting, people. That's blah, 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 blah. Oh, what's for you says shucks. So yeah, that is going to be a real game changer. For those that don't know, it's a bolt-on system for the E-stim Systems electro rings that allows you to use it with a glands cap and using an elastic band, basically. If you're a grower or shrinker, you'll maintain contact with the glands section of it, and it's going to be really, really good. And because the glands will have a large contact area, you're not going to get hot spots and that sort of thing.
He's dying to try out the new one.
I'm dying to try the new one when it comes. But they're off the machines and they're being post-processed. So
in one company.
The other company haven't actually started yet.
Yeah.
But we should have something to show you, if not next week, the week after, definitely. And then, once we get our ducks in order, we can push the button and go into manufacturing with those. Pricing wise, they're going to be cheaper than Urania ones. They're going to have more options than Urania ones. And we're quite proud of what we've managed to come up with. And of course, the electric chair, as she calls it, that we're working on with What's For You, that again is going to be amazing.
We're really looking forward to
having used the prototype, it's highly recommended. Very, very good. So what else are we going to talk about now?
Well, you said about developing new things.
Danny's in, he says, evening, I'm a bit late. Yeah, we were at the start as well, so you're forgiven.
Normal.
And
it's
Dragon says, very important indeed, knobheads come in many sizes.
Yeah, exactly.
He says, waving. I'm one of them. Yeah. We've been working on lots of other things, lots of ideas this week, as well as running around looking at different offices.
So, well...
Go on, that one.
Go on, this one.
Then one.
Nope.
No.
Press the button hard enough. There
we go.
Okay, so no, we're not making these to sell.
No.
This was a trial print on our new bamboo printer. And it gave us an idea, didn't it?
Yeah, we made that for Subar for a drink, as like a coaster. And then we thought, well, wouldn't it be fun to make something a bit smaller and a bit kinkier?
Yeah,
so we did.
It took a bit of trial and error to get the right size, so we tried that one first.
Yep.
It was a little bit thick.
Yeah, a bit chonky.
So then we went to that one.
Which is...
a lot thinner.
A bit thinner, but still a bit big.
A bit big. So then we decided what we think is the perfect size.
Poker chip size, basically. Inch and a half.
Yeah.
Or 42 mil, I think. Ish. Maybe. And the idea is we can do fun little designs on them for all sorts of different rewards. I have my favourite that she's already done. But they can do anything. So
yes, he's already trying to use these.
Yeah, get them cashed in. They're a motivational tool.
Problem is, he keeps printing more out and going, oh, you owe me.
Yeah, I'm treating them as a currency. They're treating her as a reward.
Yeah.
Right, catching up with this. David said, can I ask how the prostate probe is going? Slowly.
Yeah.
As everything is. We are a team of 3, of which there's only 3 of us in this place together 2 days a week. And it varies from 1 person in here to 2 to 3. And there's only so many hours in a day. And things are really, really hard. So hard that you end up doing the same things over and over again, and then you lose heart, and then you leave it for a bit and you come at it again from a different angle. E-stim Systems have got a really good podcast on product development and how long things take to actually produce a new product.
Yeah.
We have... It's up there, is it? That's the original one.
Yeah.
The second one we didn't bring out because we weren't going to talk about it today.
Yeah.
We've got one that's a concept that we're working with, and it works really well, but we want to improve it a little bit more. It's a silicone insertable that uses conductive rubber thread through it for the contact surfaces. Now, the good thing about that is it's cheap, and that will appeal to a lot of people. It's easy to strip down and clean.
Yeah.
And if your conductive rubber starts to wear out, which inevitably does, you just replace it
yourself.
So it'll be a silicone insertable, and unlike the things that like E-stim are making, if you ruin the silicone or the conductive rubber on those, you throw it away. You can't use it.
Yeah.
With the things we're planning on, you just replace the conductive rubber and carry on. So it should be cheap, it should be effective, and it should be long lasting because you can just do your own maintenance on it.
Yeah.
Basically.
I mean, the fact that you just have to buy a piece of conductive rubber.
Yeah.
And you can put it in yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
replace it,
get
a
some
bit.
conductive rubber from us or from What's For You.
Yeah.
Get it by the meter, and that'll do you for a long, long time to come. Message deleted by stream elements. Dragon's been censored again by the bot. Naughty dragon. That happened last week,
have you
I
been
remember.
saying?
Yeah. Danny says looks good. Be careful, inflation's a real biatch. Yeah, tell me about it. Real question though, where would you actually buy conductive rubber? Well, if you want some really, really nice stuff, come to us. Yeah. In America, go to Gary at E-stim, happystimusa.com. On eBay, go see What's For You. They do a fantastic range of conductive rubber. They do Omega, 8mm, 6mm, 4mm. I think they're doing electrodes as well with cord locks, quality. And it is really good quality. I can highly recommend the stuff that What's For You use, without a doubt. Stay away from the Chinese stuff. It's nice and cheap, but it doesn't last. Reason. Yeah, it's cheap for a reason. Conductive rubber varies in quality a hell of a lot, and depending on how much carbon you put in, put too little in and it breaks down too quickly. Put too much in, it becomes incredibly brittle and snaps when you're trying to bend it and all the rest of it. So if you find a supplier that does good stuff, stick with them. Yeah, and as I said, What's For You?
Yeah,
they're really, really good, and they're in, so they should be blushing now. And if you're not blushing, shame on you.
Well, no, I was thinking more. They can give us a discount.
They can give us a discount. We get our stuff from What's For You. That's how much we trust their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best we've come across.
And talking about discount.
She's stamping on the button.
I'm stamping on the button for the discount code for this week.
This week's 5% discount code. Use it on Sex Machine Reviews, E-stim Emporium, and Fleabay. Or eBay. I think Fleabay's a real thing, isn't it?
Yeah. eBay.
Learn something new.
Not Fleabay.
No, not Fleabay. New Lure electrodes are looking great. We're starting to think my stim box was dying. Turned out it was the rubber that was dying on the old electrodes.
That's it.
Got everything swapped out and everything is in the pink replacements you sent me. Good job. I'm glad you like them. They do look really, really nice.
Yeah.
The pink things.
They do look nice.
Have you got some more on the desk over there?
I do have some more on the desk.
Am I going to be able to reach it?
No.
No. Next week we'll show you some pink stuff that Dragon's talking about. I don't think I can get to it without destroying.
No, I was thinking more. I might be able to reach from this side, but there's too many. Next week we'll show them.
The pink stuff looks really, really nice.
Yeah, we've got some more.
Made from ABS, vapor smooth, nice and shiny. It'll long lasting and good. But yeah, as Dragon pointed out there, conductive rubber breaks down over time. Yeah. The more you stretch it, bend it, use and abuse it, the bonds between all the carbon elements inside tend to break down, so your internal resistance goes up, and the only thing you can do is either put some copper wire through it,
which works fantastic.
so then you're only sending the current through the wall, not along it. Yeah, and that works fantastic on new stuff as well, or replace it. And buying it by the meter, it is not that expensive when you compare it with other types of electrodes out there. What's For You is blushing. He's glowing red. Result, my work here is done. So yeah, conductive rubber, fantastic stuff, but keep it away from any sort of silicone or hybrid lube.
Yeah.
And just bear in mind it will break down over time. It's one of those things. When we feed rubber through electrodes, we never pull rubber through. We always push. Right?
Push and twist.
Yeah, push and twist, or we'll actually have one hand either side of an electrode, and one hand will be gently pulling and the other hand will be gently pushing it, and that is to try and not stretch the rubber, because the worst thing is stretching it, because that breaks it down much quicker than bending it. So there's a top tip for you if you're assembling electrodes.
Yeah, and say if it's a tight fit, push, twist when you're pushing.
Dragon was saying at one point I could literally go to 100 on both channels on my 312 and felt nothing. Yeah. And you start thinking, is my box broke or is my cable knackered? And normally, if it's conductive rubber,
it's the rubber.
Look there first.
Besides, it's the cheapest thing to check.
Yeah. If you're buying rubber by the meter, it's cheaper to change the rubber before you even look at changing cables.
Yeah, definitely.
That is a cheap option. So, moving not so swiftly on, because we don't swiftly, we waffle.
Also, talking about new products.
Yeah.
Now, we've talked to you about our flexible loops before.
That's not flexible. That's flexible.
Hang on, go on,
close up. Get on there.
So we've shown you these before, yes?
Yeah.
if you
For the
remember
sound
them,
holders.
for the sound holders. And we've got a new size now, has just arrived, a smaller one.
Yep. What?
So we've now got 2 sizes available, or
And
we will have.
we will be working on a 3rd size of those as well.
Yeah.
We're conscious that, as I think Dragon has already stated, or Dave, the things down there come in different sizes.
Yeah.
And what we are trying to do is cater for as many different people as we can. So if you're looking at some more electrodes and they're too big or too small, get in touch with us and we might be able to alter the design.
Yeah. I mean, the beauty of these is it's so flexible.
Yeah. They are a much better product than the ABS ones. I like the ABS, but the ABS you can only compress. If you try to spread them apart, they will snap.
So the ABS ones,
they're not designed for that.
They're nice.
Yeah. They're easy to clean.
I love the look. And as you said, they're easy to clean.
Yeah.
But you can't pull them apart because it will break. They're designed for that. So if you want something more rigid, they're ideal.
Just catching up with Dragon, he was saying that when he was having the problems with the conductive rubber, he thought the box was failing because he's had it repaired 2 times before. That must have been quite a worry, an expensive worry.
I bet that was very expensive.
Yeah, you do river dance under there. She's got some pedals. She does that. Stays fit while she's working away.
The problem is, I have to step on them just right to actually activate it properly.
Yeah,
and
so
keep forgetting where
they are really good. They're made of TPU, which is a flexible material, 3D printed, not in house. We have those made at a company in London, and they're a lot of fun. Nice options. So, what else you got there? Heidi at Rack Corner.
Well, I want to say that we've had a lot of things selling really quickly.
Yeah, we've had a run on certain things.
These boxes with our premium range, with the flexible, with the heads and everything else inside, are actually selling as quickly as we're making them.
Mm-hmm.
Which is brilliant.
Well, they're a nice little set for the price.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Right, got a message from Dragon. I do have one comment about the cock ring part of the Rooster booster set though, and I think the Gooster booster set comes with the same ring. It really should come with one of those pegs. Oh, the cord locks, you mean? Yeah, it's been designed so there's a bit of friction in there. We are toying with the idea of putting cord locks on all of the rings we do. The problem with doing that is it's going to bump the price up. Not by a lot, but you are the second person now that said that, so that's something we're going to give some thought to. That's a nightmare. We've got to change all the pictures and everything.
Yeah, but we do it gradually.
All good fun.
If it makes a better product.
Well, that's what it is. It's keep people happy, and that's what we're all about. Stops the rubbers and slippering, like on the stairway. Yeah. So we are looking at doing that, but it's going to be a slow process to roll from without to within. It sounds easy, but we've got to change product descriptions, images and all the rest of it. So yeah,
it takes time.
If anyone out there buys one that doesn't have a cord lock and you want one, fire us a message and we'll throw one in.
Yeah,
can't be fairer than that. Well, we can, I suppose, throw 2 in, but no, we'll throw 1 in. Yeah, so thank you for that. We like feedback like that.
Definitely. What's his other name?
Because it gets loose all the time. I took one of the cord locks from the stairway and it makes it much better. Yeah, that's the reason why we put cord locks on those. So yeah, we will start doing it on the basic electro ring sets, but the price will go up slightly to cover the cost of those. I mean, we're doing them at cost as it is really. It's the more expensive ones we make a little bit of money on. So we've done lots of those this week, those prestige sets, and lots of these as well.
And I don't know,
I'm moving away from there because they've got spikes.
You like the spikes?
No, Dave likes the spikes.
He runs away from the spikes.
Yeah, we don't like the spikes.
But yes, we try our hardest, as Tom Cook said. One of the biggest issues is there's only 3 of us, so trying to manufacture, print, smooth, make up, as well as dispatch and do everything else we do.
Roy slapping spikes. Roy
takes time, so we try our best to keep things in stock. It's not always easy, and we've been keeping these in stock as much as we could this week because they do take quite a bit of time to make.
Yeah,
and they've been selling. As soon as they're in stock, they're selling.
Which comes on to another thing. If you see something that's out of stock on a site and it's something that we make,
Let us know.
Let us know, because we have a massive queue of things we need to print and smooth and assemble. And if there's something down here that someone wants, we'll move it straight to the top of the queue.
Yeah.
So if there's something you've been waiting for, let us know and we'll put a priority on it.
Definitely.
ABS products we can make in a maximum of 3 days. Quite often we'll do it in 2 days. And the reason is something like that will take about 3 hours to print. And then it will require 3 sessions of vapor smoothing.
And airing
in between. Then it needs airing at the end before we can put it in a bag and send it away to someone.
Yeah.
So it's about a 3-day lead time on something if it's out of stock. But if there's something in a colour or a finish that is not available on the site, it's just because it's on a list of things to do. So get in touch and we will bump it up the list. Yeah, and we do that quite regularly for people.
Yeah.
Because there's only so many hours in a day.
Are you sure you don't want to have a go with the spikes?
No, I don't want. No, we don't. You lot stop it. Your spikes. There's a conspiracy. Danny said, maybe OTT question, but what are the normal size for the stairway in centimetre from the shaft to the head? Oh, God. Off the top of my head, I don't know. That is the normal stairway.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm terrible with...
That's an XL Lucifer's ladder, but you can see the difference in size with those two. I suppose I could go and get a ruler. Oh, if I can find a ruler. Yeah,
Is there any numbers on that one?
Hey? This is my penis ruler. It's got lots of... Right, from base to top, you're looking at 65mm or just under 2.5 inches for that. For the XL version, tip to top, you're looking at 11.
Turn it over.
I can turn it over. Or 3.25 inches. So 11 centimetres, 3.25 inches for those. We could do them in different lengths if people want, but there might be a little bit longer lead time.
Yeah.
If we're having to mess around cutting files and changing things in Fusion. But we are quite flexible to do stuff like that. And generally, we don't charge anything extra. For doing little custom tweaks.
No.
As long as they don't take us too long.
That's it. We've done it before, haven't we?
We've done it before, yeah. Yeah, which is where they came from. Because originally that was the size that we sold, and someone said, "Can we have a bigger one?"
Yeah.
And we actually do a smaller one as well.
I was just about to say.
I haven't got any smoothing here, but the smaller one is 3 sets of rings and the base ring, so it's that long. So there are 3, and
we've some smaller ones in that tub there. See, we've got stuff everywhere.
We have got stuff all over the place. So then you got it over a cam.
There we go.
So that's your 3 different sizes, and we have been working on an extra large one, an even longer one as well. So we are quite flexible when it comes to things like that because we design them.
Yeah, that's it. We design them, we manufacture them, so we can...
all done in-house. Yeah. So that's quite handy, isn't it? Right, what's next?
Okay, talk about keeping things in stock. I'll pass those back to you. So
Pass that back to me.
The smoothing pile.
No.
The other thing we've got back in stock again is these.
Nipple clamps.
Ah, lovely nipple
clamps for nipples.
Yeah.
We like nibbles.
We do love these.
We do.
They do take a while to make. The arms we actually get manufactured in London.
Yeah, they're nylon, so they're very, very durable, very long-lasting, hard wearing. Do you want to show a set of the arms?
Now, the reason why we originally, when we designed these, we actually printed them in house.
Yeah.
But we found that the arms could twist from side to side. These ones can't.
Yeah.
We tried printing them, but the process of vapor smoothing just made it impossible and a nightmare to fit together. But the idea is these 2 arms that stick out here, slot into holes and stop it from twisting. And
we then use a peg spring, and that's it. The only other thing we put in that is a stainless steel bolt, heat set insert. Do you want to show those?
Yeah, a heat set insert.
Little tiny M3 inserts that we press into the arms, and that allows the stainless steel bolt not to strip nylon. It just makes it a lot more secure fixing. Right, you carry on waffling, I'm going to carry on with this.
So yeah, these are brilliant. We've also designed it so there is a slight gap in between the 2 pieces of conductive rubber. That's to prevent any shorting. But they are intense because it's such a small surface area. The nice thing is, if you want the intense from the E-stim side of it, but not the actual clamp side of it, these are great.
Yeah, they are.
And they also work fantastic for the ladies down below.
Other anatomy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hence the ladies down below.
Yeah.
Sort of, yeah.
I know some guys that would like that on the foreskin and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Not for me.
So lots of...
Going back to the stairways and lucifers, if anyone wants an extra long version, we can look at adding that to the lineup.
Yeah.
Depending on how much more material, it depends on, if it's going to be an increase in price. But the labour time is the same. It's just a materials issue because it takes just as long to smooth something the size of my finger and something the size of my fist. It's the same process, same length of time. But the printing is obviously different.
That's it.
I think, is that us?
I think that's us.
I think we did really well with surrogate Sabar round the back.
Yeah.
You look like a parrot sat on your shoulder there at that angle. Who's right? Who's right? You crazy. Oh, now I'm in trouble.
Suits him better, doesn't it?
Oh, it's getting very intimate with sizes and all the rest of it. I'm not going to tell you anything because it might burst your bubble with these people you're talking to. Some big boys out there, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not going to say any more than that.
Some big boys I want to meet, you mean?
Yeah. Right. Next week we'll be here. Yes. Definitely. Because we haven't got the keys to the new place yet.
No, we've still got some work.
We've got some work to do. Hopefully next week we will have these metal things in, and that will be nice. If we have these in to show you, we're going to be well chuffed.
Oh, yeah.
Because that will be absolutely fantastic.
Still got to come up with a name with it. I keep calling it Jet Set Willie. I
like Jet Set Willie.
Because he looks like he's got a little jetpack on it.
That does work. That does work. I've got another button I can practice with.
And hopefully Sabar will be here next week.
See how that works. Yeah. There you go. Read what it says on chat.
Oh, it
My finger just did that with one finger. If they come out how we're expecting, Danny, they're going to be absolutely amazing. Oh,
don't forget the
discount
code.
That's valid for 48 hours from now on all 3 shops.
Yeah. So if you're going to buy from us, use the
and if
code.
you're in Europe, buy through eBay.
Yeah.
Because you pay your VAT up front, and you get.
There's no surcharge.
There's no surcharge. You get the package will sail through customs under what's called the IOSS scheme, the Internet One-Stop Shop. Because you paid VAT up front, you don't get any customs charges, no VAT when it's delivered.
And it's less likely
to be delayed. It just goes straight through. It's less likely to be delayed. Yeah. So if you're in Europe, eBay.
Yeah.
eBay are quite strict on what we can and can't list. So if there's something that we don't list on there, and you want it, get in touch with us and we can create a special listing for you. So you get what you want and you get the IOSS system, which is fantastic.
Much better way of doing
it. I'm going to press another button now.
Oh dear.
I'm off.
That's it.
I hate the internet thing, or the YouTube thing, but it would do us big help if you would like and subscribe. It just helps us in the rankings of the YouTube
and besides, gods. You've got to say it because Sabar's not here, so she normally says it.
What?
Like and subscribe.
All right, like and subscribe. There you go. I did that for Sabar because she's not here. She'll see that, and I'm in trouble now when she sees me again.
She'll probably laughing her socks off.
That's it for this week. Thank you everybody for turning up. We almost made it on time this time.
Almost, and more importantly, we stayed online.
We stayed online. So, touch wood. That's unusual. That's 3 weeks in a row now. So. Long may that continue. So, like and subscribe, do the little commenty chatty things, get in touch with us wherever.
And please, any ideas that you'd like us to talk about next week?
Yeah, that's a big one.
Know.
Because
please get in touch.
This is for you. Yeah. We could be doing better things on a Saturday evening.
Yeah, and if it's something that you don't want your name, you don't want us to say, it's fine.
Anonymously.
We'll keep it anonymous.
And we'll keep it anonymous.
Yeah, that one.
But that's it. That's all from us this week. See you next week. Play safe, stay safe.
And have fun.
Bye for now.
Bye.